It's the change of guard at Villa Somalia, with top officials in attendance. Former President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud has welcomed Somalia's ninth leader to the presidential palace in Mogadishu.
It's a great honor for us. This was a collective responsibility from many hardworking Somalis at the federal and regional levels. This successful handover of power is a result of the good work we've accomplished together over the years.
In his acceptance speech, President Maxamed Cabdullaahi Maxamed has vowed to improve the lives of millions of people.
My government is a public government. We are returning the management of this great nation to the public. I am calling for your support in our bid to rebuild this country. We want to strengthen our economy, improve tax collection and increase security.
However, President Farmajo is inheriting a nation facing several challenges, among them corruption, severe drought and the threat of the terror group Al-Shabaab. Just hours after he took office, media report 2 children were killed in a mortar attack not far from the presidential palace. Nevertheless, Farmajo, admired by members of the security forces, has vowed to rebuild the national army that will take over the role of the African Union forces.
To the AMISOM contributing countries, we are going to work together until we have a competent security force. After that, AMISOM can leave Somalia with a legacy. We thank AMISOM troops for risking their lives to help realize a stable Somalia.
Al-Shabaab is yet to issue a statement on Farmajo's presidency. The militant group has waged a decade-long campaign against Somalia. The government now says a no-fly zone will be in place in Mogadishu on the 22nd of February, as world leaders are expected to attend President Farmajo's inauguration ceremony. Abdulaziz Bilon, CGTN, Mogadishu, Somalia.
And we can now go to Mogadishu. The Somali capital, Abdulaziz Bilo, is there. He's joining me now. Abdulaziz, hello there. Farmajo has formally assumed office in spite of the fact that his inauguration will only happen on the 22nd of February. Why the gap, though?
Well, Beatrice, President Maxamed Cabdullaahi Farmajo, upon his election on Wednesday, February 8th, he was sworn in immediately in front of the 328 lawmakers who took part in the election. So the Somali system is a bit different. The head of state is sworn immediately after being elected. So he was sworn in on 8th, and he takes over office today, the 16th. That's a difference of almost 1 week, and his inauguration is due for the 22nd. So according to his team here in Somalia, is a transition team, they told us that the president, for one, was residing in a heavily fortified hotel near the country's international airport. So definitely the issue of security plays out. According to his transition team, the president needed a bigger space to be able to welcome his dignitaries, to be able to welcome world leaders, and also to be able to welcome members of parliament and clan elders who are constantly visiting him, so that they can talk to him regarding the appointment of the next prime minister. We understand that the Somali system is a clan-based politics, so definitely the clan elders and members of parliament play a critical role in the appointment of the next prime minister. So definitely that is one of the reasons as to why it has been given. So he has moved to Villa Somalia today, and he takes over guard at Villa Somalia, but his inauguration will take place as planned on the 22nd, Beatrice.
Well, Abdulaziz, though, President Farmajo appears to enjoy quite significant public support. There's been a lot of optimism in Somalia since his election. So what has he outlined as his key priorities?
Well, in one of his speeches today, he talked about Somalia unity. He rallied the public to support his government. We understand that he has so much public support compared to past presidents here over the past 2 decades after the collapse of the civil war. He was once a prime minister, and after his resignation, there was so much demonstration in the capital. People were angered about his resignation. But now, since he was elected president, one can feel the spirit that is being rekindled here in Somalia. Many people are supporting his cause, and definitely he has called on the public to support his government in terms of security that he says is one of the biggest challenge. He has thanked the African Union forces, AMISOM, for the commendable role that they've played in pacifying Somalia, and he's saying that the African Union forces will remain in Somalia until a strong and a competent force is in place to be able to take over from the African Union forces, AMISOM. So one of his key challenges also he said he's going to address is corruption. Today he talked about the need for the locals to be able to support his government in the fight against corruption, and also he talked about national reconciliation. He urged people to forgive each other after the brutal civil war here in Somalia. There's so much clan rivalry here in Somalia, Beatrice, and he has urged the members of the public to join hands and to support his government and to be able to forge a strong path together.
And Abdulaziz Bello will be following all the developments until the inauguration of President Farmajo on the 22nd.